Most likely you've spent hours watching self-help videos, hoping that something will finally click and that you'll wake up as this organized, motivated, and consistent version of yourself. But if you're here, then you've probably realized that it's not working. And I want you to know that the real reason isn't procrastination or lack of discipline. It's not even about needing one more trick. The real issue is much deeper, and it's that you're at war with parts of your personality. Hey, I'm Matt Sherman. I'm a coach, a hypnotist, and fellow INFP. I've worked with over 100 INFPs one-on-one. I've published 3 books. I've created 9 different courses, and I do this every day. This is what I focus on. And what we're going to do here in this video is we're going to talk about how to bring these parts of yourself together so that you can finally stop spinning your wheels and start making actual progress. So here's the thing about being an INFP. We love living in our heads. We love being in idea space. We think if we watch enough videos or gather enough information, then the perfect moment for action will eventually come. It'll present itself, and we will have all this information or the ability to connect all these different ideas for when it happens. But the thing is, it never does. You will never be prepared enough to handle everything or anything that life throws at you unless you understand how to adapt to the situation. So this happens because of how our cognitive functions work together, or for some of us, how they work against each other. Introverted feeling, your soul doesn't want you to risk failure because it fears that you will lose some sense of self. And meanwhile, extroverted intuition, your explorer gets this dopamine hit just from imagining different possibilities. So it keeps hoping that the next shiny thing will come by and it'll be like, oh, maybe it's in this system or maybe it's in this one. I literally just bought a course today with the thought, I know all of this, but maybe I'll get one new idea from it. And then there's introverted sensing, the guardian, who is always about wanting to check in with other authorities or find some sort of information that makes it all work. That like, if I just implement this, then everything will be fine because it's proven to work. And then extroverted thinking, the commander, because of how it's laid out within our psyche, the strength of that character, it isn't really sure like which step to take. How do I actually do the thing? Like I get overwhelmed. There's so many different options and I don't know which one that if I just do is going to be the most efficient or effective one. So then we loop back into the explorer and we start researching more. And the result of all this, as you can imagine, is that we stay locked in idea stage, in theory land. All these parts of us are busy, they're active, they're feeling like they are being productive, but nothing actually happens. And just for fun, let's talk about the rest of the cast, the envoy, the mystic, the adventurer, and the adept. Your envoy, extroverted feeling, whispers like, well, what would other people think? And it makes you question whether your choices will upset other people or disrupt harmony around you. And the mystic, introverted intuition, is anxiously painting this future of this black and white landscape of success and doom. And it's mainly focused on doom. The adventurer, extroverted sensing, knows that you need to take action, but it feels disconnected from these intangible goals. You have these big ideational beliefs and goals like, I want to change the world. But the adventurer can't really feel that in a sensory place. So it struggles to find a place to start as well, like wants something tangible. And lastly, your adept, introverted thinking, insists that there's still something that you don't know and you need to gather more information before you can even think about starting it, because if you are wrong on the fundamental starting principle, then everything else is going to be wrong from there. So individually, each of these functions, each of these characters are trying to help you. They're trying to protect your values. They're trying to make sure that you're prepared and avoid rejection. But together, they create this storm of overthinking, of avoidance, and second guessing. So let me show you again how this intrapersonal war plays out, but with just focusing on the first 4 characters. It becomes a little bit more unwieldy if you haven't been thinking like this for a while. So you've got a morning routine planned, and you've watched this video and it's like, okay, this is what you should do in the morning. And you set your alarm for 6 a.m., the alarm goes off, And your guardian immediately reminds you that, like, hey, you remember last month, you lasted only 3 days with this thing, so why even bother? At least you know what life is like if you stay the same. And the soul chimes in, and it's like, this doesn't even feel right to me. I'm not a morning person. This isn't authentic to me. And the commander sighs and says, we clearly don't have the right system. This is going to be inefficient, probably not even worth our effort. The explorer gets really excited and convinces you to go out and buy a new notebook, get some colorful pens. You might as well treat yourself with some fun and games for all the effort that you're putting into this, or that you're going to put into this. So remember, you've got all these different voices in your head pulling you in all different directions. One part of you wants purpose, another organization, one wants consistency, and then another just wants this bubbly creative life. No wonder nothing sticks. And let's be honest with ourselves, most INFPs have a love-hate, stronger on the hate, relationship with productivity and structure. Deep down, part of us sees organized people as rigid, as boring, as soulless. It's like, sure, they get stuff done, but at what cost? Like, where's the freedom? Where's the joy in that? But here's what's really happening is that you're projecting your issues with TE, extroverted thinking, your commander, onto other people. At some point, you've likely decided that being structured or making money is the same as betraying your identity or your values, and it will make you bad. And if you think that being organized makes you a robot, then you'll never allow yourself to get organized because it saps away your feelings, right? Well, unless you want to be a robot because you like laser eyes. Not being organized, though, makes it harder to live this authentic life that us INFPs really seek, because you're constantly stressed about deadlines, about bills, about missed opportunities. I know for me, when I started doing parts work and understanding personality type, and I related better with my commander, then my relationship with my ESTJ friend changed, and my relationship with my ESTJ stepmom changed as well, because I stopped projecting onto them. And my relationship with money changed as well too. So what do you do? How do you stop these parts from fighting each other? Well, you stop treating structure and productivity as the enemy, first of all. Instead, you make peace with your commander. You talk with your parts and you let them help you. I know it might sound strange, or it might sound like we're just playing with ideas, a little childish, but this is actually how your brain is wired. And realize that a healthy commander isn't about controlling yourself or becoming rigid. It's about creating systems and goals that align with your values in order to make space for the things that truly matter to you. It seems counterintuitive to say, like, if I want to follow my heart, my dreams, my soul, then I need to have structure. But once you create that structure, you are more likely, more able to go explore things that are related to what is important to you and your soul. Real change happens when you stop denying the parts of yourself that feel uncomfortable or unruly, and you bring them together as this cohesive team. Your soul, again, locates what's important. Your explorer dreams big. Your guardian roots you in experience, and your commander builds the bridge from vision to reality. I guess it would be going this way, vision to reality. And together, they can create a life that is authentic and functional too. And even the other guys, those other 4 characters, they are helpful when you work with them in this way. Your envoy proactively focuses on how you can help other people achieve what they want. And there's an old Zig Ziglar quote that says, if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. Your mystic sees how all of this can transform you. Your adventurer encourages you to take immediate action in the physical world, not just in idea space. And your adept gets clear on what is the most leverageable information and what shifts will you make that will have the biggest impact. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one small habit or goal that's aligned with your soul and what you want in life, and commit yourself to it just for a week. And after that week, check in with those characters, those voices. Ask the soul how they feel about it. Ask the explorer what new possibilities came up and how you can make it more fun. Ask the guardian what worked and what didn't. and ask the commander what is the next logical step. Let all of those characters work together to help you live in alignment with your INFP personality type, not against it. It's not okay to not like your personality type. And I want to make it clear that watching self-development videos, reading self-development books is not the problem. You can get good information from there, but it's important that you apply it. If you're just learning about it, if you're just taking in information, then that's a problem. I heard Wyatt Woodsmall say, it's what you're doing when you're not doing what you should be doing, that's the problem. And in this case, it's spending so much time feeling like you're actually making progress by learning, by getting new information, instead of actually applying it and taking action. So once you know that all of these different cognitive functions, these different parts of yourself are working in this specific way, then you can reason with them, you can talk to them, and you can understand your habits and your patterns better so that you can actually take actions that are going to move that XP needle in your life forward.